In March 2020, Cricket West Indies had to stop the Regional 40 Championship at 8 rounds due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The only major tournament played in the Caribbean since was the Caribbean Premier League under the new biosecure environment method. The Regional Super 50 will be the first CWI organized tournament, and they too will adopt some strict guidelines. However, in the lead up to the tournament, all franchises had varying degrees of complication in accessing training or getting match time. Thus far, Barbados Pride and the Guyana Jaguars have suffered already, with players being recalled from the squads due to positive COVID-19 results. Speaking in Newsroom Sport on Wednesday, Johnson felt the short nature of the tournament, along with the fitness levels of teams, will be factors in who starts best.
Definitely. I think the hiccups that guys would have had along the way. I've seen a team would have been hampered by a couple of COVID cases as well, and I'm sure training for these guys would have been hampered as well. I think, as you correctly said, the fitter teams and the teams with the guys who are in a better mental place are probably teams that will start the tournament well. Having it being such a short tournament, 5 games in the round, if you look at that in a positive way, guys or teams actually who are in good form, it's a short time for them to keep that form.
After a fitness test on January 14th, the players were engaged in 3 practice matches at the newly renovated Le Bon Intention ground. The only Jaguars batsman to show consistently good form was opener Chandrapal Hemraj, and as skipper said, they wanted more from the main batters, but the lack of cricket played a factor.
It's unusual circumstances. A lot of the guys, would have been away from the game for a prolonged period of time. For some guys, 6, 7 months. And yeah, it was difficult at the start. I mean, we started indoor and then we progressed. We progressed outdoor to train in small groups. We were just getting accustomed to the new way of doing things. But things obviously kicked on. We were able to train in larger groups and what's not. And the facility at LBI, you see the pitch. It's um it's a bit docile. It's not what we would probably expect in Antigua, but nevertheless, it was in front of us. Right? We had the opportunity to play 3 practice games, and I know the scores obviously wouldn't reflect the talent and the potential of our side. But as I said, guys hadn't played cricket. Some guys hadn't played cricket for 10 months, and so you see those guys are experienced and confident enough that they know they need to do, they know what's needed to perform at the next level. So I would like more preparation for myself and the team, but I think with what is available to us, we did our best.
The skipper said they cannot keep lamenting about not winning the title for 16 years, but need to have a fresh approach and mindset.
You can't keep looking back if you want to go forward. Obviously, I know people always talk about the 16 years. Now it's 16 years that we haven't won a tournament, and you don't want to keep lamenting on that. I always talk about the process. If we plan right and we execute well, we playing against opposition that we've played against year in year out. So I think it comes down to execution, and if you execute well on the day, you'd be successful. I think in those big games, the knockout games and things like that, over the years, our batting has let us down. And I've said that more than once. I've said publicly as well. The bowlers have always held their own. But, it's time for the batters to make a conscious effort in those games.
Jaguars depart on Saturday and will play their first match against Pride on February 8th at the Coolidge Cricket Ground in Antigua. For the newsroom, Akim Green.